There are no trumpets when quiet men rise, no grand processions, no pronouncements from balconies, just a subtle notice in a court circular, a change in initials, and a ripple that moves through the palace with the fluidity of silk over stone. Sir Timothy Laurence has just been elevated to Knight Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order. To most, this signifies very little. Another ribbon, another medal. But to those who speak the language of monarchy, the symbols, the timing, the nuance, it signals something more profound, perhaps even a recalibration. Welcome to Crown Verse, where we read beyond the press release. If you seek stories that do more than tell you what happened, but also what it could imply, subscribe now. Because in the world of royalty, every honor is a message, and every message carries a sender. Let's begin. Sir Timothy Laurence rarely makes headlines. He seldom gives interviews. He walks 2 steps behind. He does not perform official royal duties of his own. And yet, he has been a constant presence in the Windsor orbit for nearly 3 decades. Born in 1955, Laurence is a retired Royal Navy officer whose career was marked by steady service, discipline, and discretion. He first entered royal proximity in the 1980s, serving as equerry to Queen Elizabeth II. It was in this capacity that he met Princess Anne. Their relationship began in the years following her separation from Mark Phillips. They married in 1992. Unlike other royal spouses, Laurence did not acquire a title upon marriage. He became the Queen's son-in-law, but not a prince. He was not obliged to perform public engagements. And yet over the years, he has been ever present, walking behind Anne at events, appearing at state functions, attending funerals, standing in silent support during royal crises. It is by all measures a life of quiet loyalty, and in royal terms, loyalty is currency. On a recent afternoon, that currency was honored in full. King Charles III elevated Laurence from Knight Commander KCVO to Knight Grand Cross GCVO of the Royal Victorian Order. It is the highest rank within the order, typically reserved for those who have rendered exceptional personal service to the sovereign. The promotion appeared in the official court circular, a document so understated it often passes unnoticed. Yet this entry drew attention because of the individual, the timing, and the message it may convey. Let's begin with the honor itself. The Royal Victorian Order was founded in 1896 by Queen Victoria to recognize personal service to the monarch. Unlike knighthoods conferred by the government, the RVO is entirely at the monarch's discretion. It is not influenced by political recommendation or public petition. It reflects personal regard. To receive the GCVO is rare. It places Laurence in symbolic parity with figures like Queen Camilla, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the Duchess of Edinburgh, all of whom have been granted this distinction. But what does this truly signify? It is important to be precise. This honor does not elevate Laurence to royal status. It does not confer new powers, duties, or constitutional significance. He remains outside the formal working royal corps. He is still a private individual by royal standards. And yet, the gesture carries weight. At a time when the monarchy is being reshaped by necessity through loss, illness, scandal, and departure, every name that remains close to the crown assumes greater significance. The senior royals are fewer. Charles, Camilla, William, Catherine, Anne, Edward, and Sophie form the slimmed-down working team. Yet health challenges have affected availability. Catherine is in recovery. Charles himself is undergoing cancer treatment. And in the background stand those whose presence ensures continuity. Sir Timothy Laurence is one of them. Consider his role during the funerals of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. He walked beside Anne, steadfast and unflinching. He comforted younger royals. He upheld protocol without spectacle. His demeanor conveyed the monarchy's preferred image: stable, discreet, reliable. This promotion can therefore be read as acknowledgement, not of new duties, but of enduring constancy, a recognition by King Charles that in moments of transition, those who remain steady must be noticed. There may also be a subtler familial gesture at play. Timothy Laurence is the king's brother-in-law. The two men have long shared the burdens of duty from different positions. Charles at the center, Laurence at the periphery. Both are shaped by military discipline. Both have served the institution with restraint, and both understand intimately the weight of expectation. In bestowing the GCVO on Laurence, Charles is perhaps doing more than honoring a man. He is reaffirming a set of values, one that prizes loyalty over performance, service over spotlight. But why? This question remains open. There was no occasion, no event to explain the timing. The honor was not part of a broader investiture. It stood alone, quiet yet deliberate. One theory is that Charles, conscious of his own health and the uncertainty that accompanies every monarch, is moving to ensure key figures are recognized while he can still confer such distinctions personally. The Royal Victorian Order, after ERUPTS, all is one of the few honors he alone controls. Another interpretation is symbolic. In the context of growing speculation over the monarchy's future, abdication rumors, shifting roles, and structural strain, Charles is reaffirming the architecture of his court, rewarding those who sustain its tone, reminding the public and perhaps the institution itself that not all influence is loud. Some have speculated whether this honor could signal a subtle shift in Laurence's role, perhaps greater visibility, beside Princess Anne, perhaps informal presence at events requiring senior gravitas. But the palace has offered no such indication. The honor stands as it is, an acknowledgement, not an assignment. Of course, royal observers have not missed the drama embedded in silence. In an age where royal spouses often dominate headlines through scandal, defiance, or personal branding, Sir Timothy Laurence has remained the anti-headline. There are no memoirs, no interviews, no leaked texts. His entire persona resists spectacle. And in that resistance, he has become something rare, a symbol of the monarchy's old code, the idea that duty is what you do, not what you claim, that proximity to power should serve power, not siphon it. It is perhaps why this moment resonates so deeply. Because in honoring Laurence, King Charles is also celebrating that code. At a time when the monarchy is increasingly called upon to explain itself, justify its spending, and adapt to modern scrutiny, this promotion is a quiet reaffirmation of core values: loyalty, discretion, service. It is unlikely that Sir Timothy will change. He will not begin issuing statements. He will not start making solo appearances. He will continue to walk beside Anne, hands behind his back, gaze forward. But now, when he does so with a new ribbon on his chest, a ribbon that speaks volumes even when he does not. In the long arc of monarchy, such gestures often appear small, but they accumulate. They form the undercurrent of legacy. They reveal who matters and why. This is crown verse, where stories like this, quiet, layered, meaningful, are given the attention they deserve. If you believe that royal history is not just about crowns and scandals, but also about the people who hold institutions together, subscribe now. Because the men and women who whisper, rather than shout, often shape the crown's future more than we realize. And in Sir Timothy Laurence, the monarchy has found precisely such a figure.